Welcome back to the Real Estate Rat Pack Radio Show with Chris, Joe, and Rob. The crew is taking your calls, so dial in at 1-800-808-5548.
And we're back. Oh, sorry.
Wrong part of the show.
That is correct.
Well,
I love that Dimensions by Dan commercial.
Yeah.
It still cracks me up.
well, it's a good commercial, actually, for live.
It's a great commercial.
And so,
we are back with the top 20 under 40 from NRG.
Well, we got 4 of them.
And we have 4 of them right now. We got capture 4, and we have, we as we say, they're all best, but we have one of our best for last right now.
Yeah.
And we have Susan right now. Susan, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great.
Yes.
Thanks for
Susan
having me
Brock
on the show,
with
guys.
Brock and Foster.
Brock and Foster,
Absolutely.
that is correct.
And talk about how big is Brock and Foster?
We have 3 agents.
Awesome.
It's the largest firm we've ever been in 14 years.
It's the largest Brock and Associates group there is.
Absolutely.
Well, I was an independent broker. I usually kept a few referral agents, and they weren't allowed to practice. So I can always appreciate the voraciously independent brokers and stuff like that. There's a place for that.
Absolutely, I agree.
And so talk about how where you might have been before and how you got into real estate.
Well, I never pictured myself in real estate, never pictured myself in sales. I was sophomore in college, University of St. Thomas. My husband...
What? Come on now.
Absolutely.
My old alma mater.
My fiance at the time was a real estate investor, and he said, why don't you get your license? And I...
What do I do that for?
I thought, why in the world would I be a real estate agent? But I tell you what, it's the best industry. I'm so excited to be a part of it. I love it. I couldn't see myself doing anything else.
There's so many facets of real estate because I was a home builder and a developer. I mean, you can reinvent yourself every few years if you want to. And sometimes you have to. It's like,
And now he's a radio star.
Yeah. No, I always make it abundantly clear that I am a real estate guy doing radio. I'm not a radio guy doing real estate.
I'm shooting for this is the only thing I do all week. 1 hour, it's a grueling schedule. I can barely keep up.
It's that rigorous preparation that takes
yes,
so much.
yes. The weeks of rehearsals for each show.
Yeah, I mean, what people don't realize is everyone here, we as of last week, we started practicing. I mean, it was the whole setup.
Well, you have to, there's a skill to pouring the orange juice. I mean, it's
You
hours
got the
of
right
work.
ratio of champagne and oranges. It's very important.
Yes.
Let's talk about your practice. Tell me what area of town that you work in.
I specialize in Southwest Houston, Meyerland, Willow Meadows, Westbury.
Great areas, and some of the areas that people who can't afford to go into, some of the like Bel Air that's gotten very expensive, they're going to those other areas. Talk about the transition.
So transition in our neighborhood has been substantial over the past 10 years, more than doubled in value. This year, buyers are just having a difficult time
Finding product.
And they've got to have 3 things. First they have to have a right agent. A lot of the new buyers are not represented, and I think they're losing out this year with our low inventory.
Yeah, it really has been bad. Again, the area like Willow Bend, it kind of was static. So was Westbury for a while. It was, and of course, Meyerland just got prohibitively expensive.
Oh yes,
and so those were like the alternatives. It's kind of a very similar location, and great access to everything. So talk about the trends in like Willow Bend.
So Willow Bend we still have original owners, Willow Bend, Westbury, Willow Meadows, but we're starting to see a lot of investment activity. So, every block has at least 2 dumpsters in the driveway. The house is being gutted, and there's 10 buyers all looking for that house. The schools are improving.
Circling like vultures.
Absolutely. So it's just a booming area. It's close to everything, and a lot of the young people that are moving in are supporting the neighborhood. They're getting involved. They're on the board of the civic club, et cetera.
And are you starting to see them actually just demolish the house and start putting it new?
Yes. So we are seeing spec building now. There are at least 4 in Westbury. There have been I've got a new listing coming up at the end of the year, in Willow Meadows. So it's exciting.
Are you allowed to give the address?
It's a little slow to start, but it's on Cliffwood, and we're going to have a big party when it's ready to go.
Well, I hope the Red Pack's
party.
gonna be
We love
invited.
parties.
Yeah, party. Everybody's here.
I don't even know what she was talking about. I heard party. We're in.
We're in. And so talk about, I guess, the home values or the prices that are happening right now.
The prices are on a steady increase.
And so if I wanted to move to Willow Bend, what's my starting price going to be?
Oh, you're at least, for a nice house, I mean, we're talking $400
I don't want
now.
a piece of,
Absolutely. So just a few years ago, you could get in and it was still relatively affordable. This year, some of my listings have set top dollar per foot. And just within 3 months' time, something I sold, this summer already, they've improved their value in the fall.
What amount is that? Give me $1.
Oh, dollar amount.
I want $1.
So,
Exact number.
Give me $1.
So I
Get
would
the buzzer
say-
ready.
Absolutely. I would say in Westbury, Willow Bend, you're looking at price per foot over $200,
Wow.
which is shocking.
Wow.
For the
Wow.
area.
So we're talking about $400,000 for.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
Well, it's something we've kind of touched on this. This whole group here is, a rock star status group, which is, y'all are now Rat Pack alumni. This is one of the.
Well, that makes them rock stars right there.
Right, exactly. Just the foreknowledge that y'all are coming on is, I think, is what attributed to the crazy success y'all have had.
Hubris comes to mind here.
But we have a big real estate audience. We do have folks that tune in just in our industry, and y'all have had success. Talk a little bit about what you think is a big part of achieving success in your industry.
For me personally, it started as an investment strategy. So I started as an investor, and I think it's helpful to have that background because you understand first and foremost that it's usually the biggest purchase your client's going to make.
That's a great point. Last week we had Nancy First on, and we were talking on the side, and she said that she was teaching a class where she had 30 students, and I forgot, it was 26 or 24. I think it was 24 people in the class as future realtors didn't own real estate.
Yeah, I think that's a real
That
real
is
problem.
insane to me. That's just, I'm like, get out of the business. What are you doing?
Get my house and come back.
Yeah, get the house and come back. For me, at least, I have to sell what I believe in. And I can't sell something that I don't believe in. So that's a tremendous point to me that you saw the investment of real estate as something that you were interested in. And that translated to a career. That's a great point. So continue. Sorry. You were saying?
Totally turned her off track. Like I had a theme coming in here. Now I've totally lost it. Stuff like that.
What were we talking
Well, talk about when you get a younger group of people are coming in. Tell me what they're looking for.
So they are looking for answers right now.
You mean a younger generation wants everything immediately?
They want everything immediately.
Text
and I
it
tell
to
you
me.
what, the key to success for the younger crowd is mobile access. I was just telling
Yep.
Chris, I don't know what I would do without my iPhone. Initially, I thought I'll have the laptop, I'll have the iPad, but the iPhone and the mobile apps on the iPhone is key for me.
And I'm going to go on record, by the way, that we were talking about this. I have the new iPhone 6 Plus.
Can I send them
And
an
for
invoice?
all those out there who say that it has a bending issue, etc., that's fake, by the way. But let me tell you, it is absolutely, from a real estate perspective and from a lending perspective, it's absolutely one of the best things. The larger screen has taken away we were talking about, now carrying around an iPad or a laptop along with your phone, completely gone. Technology. This is what technology is doing.
I
our
have
industry.
to tell you, Chris, I've got the new iPhone 6 Plus X, and it is the best 60-inch TV I've ever had. Crystal clear. It's amazing.
Anyway, I think the original question is, how do we get there? And,
We're trying to build Apple.
We need a little extra funds.
I am so sending them an
The
invoice.
accounting department is, sending out invoices as we speak.
But we've realized that HAR, if you go back, if you dial back about 4 years, about 40% of the traffic was on our mobile app, and more than 50% of the traffic is now on mobile apps.
Absolutely.
And that's where
65, Ryan is saying over here in the corner.
65 is what Ryan's saying right now.
So I think sorry.
Oh, no, keep going.
Which
I think
would
the
be
biggest
more
thing-
than 50%.
It's not just it's
Yeah.
mobile period.
Yeah.
And we've got about to have a new HAR mobile app coming up. So
I'm on the committee for the Big E, which is our annual event to educate our agents, and I think that attendance there is just absolutely mandatory for success.
I agree with that because the real estate industry has been, they're never on the leading edge. They're not on the bleeding edge. They're usually kind of trailing behind in embracing technology because the average age of the realtor is 57 years old, which is why it's so great to see people younger getting into the market. Why you
So they're shaking their head here.
David's over here shaking his head and going, 57
We're
years
going to
old.
be there one day.
Yeah, yeah. So
It will be you.
So be nice to us. So we're about 3 minutes out from finishing this up. So I guess we ought to kind of do a lightning round.
Well, let's make sure we know how to get a hold of her.
Yes. Let's make sure we can get a hold of Susan first. Susan, how can we get a hold of you, by the way?
Absolutely. So Susan at brockandfoster.com, and Twitter is Susan for real.
Susan for real. I like that right there.
Sounds like a
one of the
TV
things we
show
do
or
right here at
something.
the very end, we do sort of a lightning round, is where we go around and have everybody let us know if you want somebody to listen to the show and get one thing out of it. What would it be? Susan, we'll start with you.
Something brilliant, quick.
Absolutely. So I think this year is just for the agents and for our colleagues, just to build up our professionalism, is to be educated, get informed, and learn what it is that your clients need mobile wise, and give it to them. Give them the tools so they can succeed. We can get them the house that they want.
I like that. Let's get to our next one over here. What would you like everybody to leave with today?
When you're getting ready to list your home, I think the most important thing is if the public's not moving in, they're moving on. So declutter, get your house ready. You'll get maximum value for your home, multiple offers. Pray on it.
Pray on it. I like it. Jennifer, how about you?
I guess mine would be similar to what Susan said. We're in a hyper market right now. The right realtor is more important than ever.
Right.
You really need somebody to guide you through this process because it's super competitive. There's not much on the market, so the right realtor makes the difference.
We always say
Yeah,
hire a
and-
professional.
Hire a professional.
And over here in the
Ryan, how about
corner,
you?
that's right over here in the corner. So if you're a real estate agent listening to the show, embrace mobile technology. If you're a consumer listening to the show, embrace an agent that embraces mobile
Yeah.
technology.
And embracing technology yourself, because again, most things are happening on mobile apps right now, and people are standing out there with their mobile apps finding houses.
Absolutely.
Hey,
One of
Chris.
the things we always leave every show, or we want to always mention a show, and a good saying, and I think it's very appropriate, this saying for this group today. It was from Amelia Earhart, which said, "The most difficult thing is the decision to act. The rest is merely tenacity."
There
You
you
know?
go.
I
Hey.
think it's very
I
appropriate.
think Joe had a closing comment here.
A shameless plug for my son. We're raising money for his karate tournament in Humble. Get your headlights cleaned. $20. I'll be in the Kroger parking lot.
Kroger parking lot in Humble. You know what? Time flies. You're having fun. Thank you very much, everybody. Top 20 under 40 NRG. Until next week, we will see you later.
Thank you, guys.
And you've been listening to the Real Estate Rat Pack. The question is, who's Frank, who's Sammy, who's Dean, and who's the other guy?
Chris is
Yes, I'm
Chris
Frank.
is Frank.
I'm
He's
Dean.
Dean, and I'm Sammy.
Yes. That's right. Yeah.
So tune in to the really big show every Saturday at 9 a.m. right here on 100.7 The Word, KKHT.